Hey everyone, welcome to Can't Afford to Record, the YouTube channel where we figure out the art of audio production together. My name is Robby Miller, and today we're going to be having a look at a tape emulation plugin. We're going to be checking out the Black Rooster Magnetite. Now this is a tape emulation plugin. I've been reading a lot about tape emulator plugins or tape saturation or just the tape sound in general, and the one thing that's going to be interesting about doing this video and sort of seeing what I can hear is that I don't really know what a tape machine really sounds like. I've never recorded to tape. I've never heard back a song that I've recorded in a control room from a tape machine. I have, however, got a lot of favorite albums and songs that are recorded onto tape. I'm just putting a lot of trust in this plugin and I guess tape emulator plugins in general that they're doing what they say they can do. But ultimately, as we know, if it sounds good, it is good. So if I like how this is sounding and I can relate it to what I've been reading about and what I hear about on my favorite albums, then I guess it's doing its job. Let's check out the demo track we're using today. I wanted to go for a bit of a Motown feel today, so it's very, very raw indeed. There's not a lot going on this track, but I thought this would be good for me to use this plugin on and see if I can hear the differences without too much happening all at once. You've heard the track, let's jump into Logic and see what kind of cool sounds we can get from the Magnetite tape emulator. So from reading the manual, it seems like when you've got it on the black tape setting, it's going to give you a little bit more low-end emphasis. When you've got it on the blue tape, it's going to give you a little bit more high-frequency emphasis. And when you've got it on the red tape, it's going to give you the flattest response. So I think I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to be somewhat strategic or try and be, and I'm going to have it on the black tape just so we can get that low end kick drum. I should also explain that I'm using a drum loop here, so I can't really control the individual mics or tracks. It's all in one sound wave. So I'm going to do my best and use the black tape to get that kick drum kicking through. It's doing subtle things here, but I like what it's doing. I like that sort of edginess. It sort of helps that the drums are so raw and edgy on this loop anyways. So I guess it's just, yeah, adding to that. Sounds good to my ears. Okay, now that we've got that happening, we're going to have a look at the bias here. So as I understand it, I hope I've got this right, but on these bias buttons, if you have it on plus 5 dB, what that's actually going to do is add a bit more high-end roll-off, so it's going to attenuate the high-end a lot more. Obviously 3 dB is the same sort of thing, but not as much, and normal just leaves it again at that sort of flattest response setting and sound. So let's see the differences. I can definitely hear the difference there. We're going to go at 3 dB. How about that? Let's just choose it and move on. And lastly, let's have a look at what the tape speed does. This is measured in inches per second. Sometimes people call it IPS. Okay, so when it's on the 15 inches per second, the 15 IPS setting turned on, it's a much flatter response, but it loses a little more low end. And the 7.5 inches per second has a little bit more high end and a little bit more low end emphasis. So I guess it's kind of like a smiley face kind of sound. I don't know, that's kind of what I'm getting from the manual. Let's hear if we can hear those differences. I think I can hear it. I'm trying to make sure I'm not just tricking myself into hearing it, but yeah, I could probably hear that the high end is a little bit noticeable on the 7.5 settings, so let's leave it like that. Okay, great. So we've messed around with the Magnetite on the drums. Let's check it out on the bass. Okay, I'm going to go for blue. I don't know why, but I guess I kind of like how that's sounding. It's very, very subtle differences, though. I'm not too sure you're even going to be able to tell, perhaps, after YouTube's done its thing. But let's check out the bias. Again, I'm kind of struggling to hear the differences this time on the bass guitar, but... let's leave it on this one and sort of get that that high end roll off that it's supposedly doing. And then let's have a look at the tape speed. And I'm going to leave it on 15. I can hear there's like a slight more presence on this one, but yeah, I'm going to leave it on 15. Okay, so I kind of have an idea of what I want to do with this. Hearing it back now after I've recorded all of the demo track, it's a very, very harsh sounding guitar on this one. I could go in and do a little bit more EQing. I guess I'm doing a little bit. I've pulled out a little bit of the sort of the mids there, but I want to actually see what I can get done with the Magnetite. See if I can soften it up a little bit, which I feel like I should be able to do with a tape emulation plugin. So let's see what I can figure out with the settings that we've been through. Okay, I'm definitely going to have the higher bias on this because I really want to get some of that get rid of some of that harshness, I should say. If I have it on this tape speed, it's going to give me a little bit more high-end emphasis. Yeah, I think I can hear that, so I'm going to keep it on 15. Blue's going to give me high-end emphasis again. Red is going to be a flat response, so maybe I should keep it on black. Yeah, so this is what it sounded like before. Definitely a softer sort of sound. I'm sure there's way more nitty-gritty stuff I can get into, really messing around with the record level and the playback level a little bit more individually. But for the most part, yeah, I think that's as far as I'm going to get right now without spending loads and loads of time on this. One control I've left off here is the wow and flutter. And let's just see what that does. Okay, not for this track, but you get the idea. Lastly, we're going to put the Magnetite plugin on the master bus and see if we can, I don't know, get a bit more of a together feel across the whole track now. I think I could honestly just tweak and tweak for ages until my ears go numb on this one right now. So I'm going to actually leave it on the black tape. I've got it on the plus 3 dB bias, and I've got it on the 15 inches per second tape speed. So you've heard me put this on individual tracks now and the master bus. Let's listen to the demo track back again. And I'll AB it with no plugins on it at all, and then with all of these tape saturations on, and yeah, we'll hear what it sounds like. I see a lot of people say they just load their tape saturations on, the first thing, that's the first plugin they put onto the track just to add a bit of coloration to it and just get the vibe and the mojo happening. I can definitely see how that would be fun. And after a while, with all the sort of build up of these sounds coming together, how you will sort of get that sort of nice, soft and sort of juicy sounding tape sound. Right now, I think I can definitely hear some cool things going on this track, although the track is pretty simple, so I'm not really too sure it's showcasing this plugin to its best ability, but it was really fun to use, and I look forward to using tape emulation, tape saturation on more stuff and experimenting with it more. Do you use this Black Rooster Magnetite, or do you use a tape emulator of a different variety? How do you use it? What tracks do you put it on? Do you put it on the master bus? Tell me all of that kind of stuff in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and learn from you. If you like today's video, then why not consider leaving it a thumbs up? I'd also love it if you subscribe to the channel and join me here on Can't Afford to Record, where I'm just trying to learn about more stuff to do with music, mixing, and recording. But until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.